me means 100%. You know, sometimes we say we're all in and we're really 40%, maybe 50%. Anybody ever do that? You say I'm in, okay, we're getting mixed. We're getting mixed. Or you say that I'm all in, and then all of a sudden life throws you curveballs. Anybody have that happen? Your intention was to be all in, and then life happened. Okay, Kathy came on camera for that to give us the yes. It happens. And that's why this week is dedicated to the close of a chapter, close of the year. And what we bookend this last year with, it's kind of like when you're going to start the day and you want to get up early and want to have a great day. When does that day start? Does it start when you wake up? When does that day start? The night before. It starts the night before. Can't stay up late, party all night, drink and eat to an excess, and then think that you're going to wake up the next day and you're going to be the best version of yourself. But somehow they tricked us. So they tricked us in thinking that we go out New Year's Eve. We have all these parties, all these festivities. We're doing all this shopping. We're with all these people. We're doing all this stuff. And then we roll in to the next year and we go, oh my, we wake up and we go, is it really the new year? Did that really happen? Oh my goodness. Good thing I set those New Year's resolutions as I was heading out the door to the party. It's a good thing they were on autopilot and I just did the same resolutions. I'm going to get in shape this year. I'm going to grow my relationships. I'm going to grow my bank account. We say this as we're walking out the door. So we all know, I know I'm talking to all of you. So you don't do this, or perhaps maybe still do a little bit do this, right? Which is why you're here today. It's why we're all here today to set intention. Mm-hmm. So here we are at beautiful 2022. And part of the year for you might have been fantastic. And part of the year for you might have been really hard. And it might have brought up a lot of emotions. Might have been a lot of struggle in 2022. For me, this last month has been about losing my mom, my cousin who just passed, you know, so lost. And hold that. Like we want to hold what we've been through. And we want to hold it and honor it. And then we also want to clear anything, any part of our lives where we could feel stuck, any part of our lives where we feel imposter syndrome, any part of our lives where we've been telling ourselves the old story, any part of our lives where we've been surrounded by people that were power grabbers or energy vampires. So we just want to take a look and assess for a moment, and then we get to choose. We get to choose what goes with us. We are only going to carry a couple bags with us over into 2023. And we want to pack, when we're packing those suitcases, we want to know exactly what we're packing in the suitcases, because we're walking on a journey this week and we're walking into a brand new era of our lives. So every little thing that goes in that suitcase, we want to hold it up and we want to say, am I taking this on the journey with me this week? Am I packing it in the suitcase? So we're looking at these things. Now, share in the comment section or raise your hand if you have something that's popping up that you want to release or leave in 2022. Anybody have something they want to leave in 2022? Okay, so we get some hands being raised there. Thanks for your honesty and your vulnerability. So we want to think about what those things are. And if you do have a pen, when we write things down, what we do is we amplify the energy. Anywhere in our lives where we gave away our power, where we played small, those things, we want to surface them. We want to feel them to heal them. There's that saying, to feel it. We want to honor it. It has been part of us. We want to respect it. And then we want to release it, surrender, and let it go. Maybe we ate a lot of sugar this year, or drank a lot of alcohol, or, we were distracted and we were just scrolling through social media mindlessly. These things we want to call forth so we can examine them for a second. And we can say, okay, I'm ready to release you. I am ready. I am all into stepping into the best version of myself for 2023. Maybe it's that story that you've been telling yourself. Maybe it's something to do with your work. Like I'm not good at technology, or I can't quite figure out social media, or I don't know. That's okay. The I don't know. But to take that and say, okay, I don't know, but in 2023, I'm going to invite it in so I do know, so that I can raise my skill set, that I can increase my wisdom and my knowledge, because we have a blank, clean slate. So as we write these things down, share in the comment section something that you are going to willingly release, surrender, and let go. Let's share it in the comment section. I see lots of chat going on in the back. So I've got a lot of I am all in. Lots of I am all in. Okay, let's see. Oh, Kate, you're in the house. How great is that? Okay, if you can't talk, but you're all in, we got you. We totally got you. So as you are sharing, let's see what we got. Okay, an ex-husband. We join you on that. I'm ready to release my so-called married life. That's really big. To step into being an independent, empowered woman. Fears from family starting to release this year. That's amazing that you're stepping into your own power, yourself as an individual. Unlovable message, self-doubt. These are all things, they are real. Self-doubt. Anybody else got some self-doubt in there that they want to release? The fears, the uncertainty, the being anxious, letting other people define us, dimming our light so that others don't have to squint. Take that in for a moment. I know that I have done that. Like just held back just a little bit. Where have you said yeses where you really wanted to say no because of people pleasing, not wanting to disappoint somebody? I see you shaking your head there, Deshawn. Imposter syndrome. Oh gosh. I'm leaving behind grief and the old version of myself. Amazing, Laura. Personal trainer. Oh, bye, rockstar personal trainer. Hello, leader, speaker, and change maker. Like high five. Let's all high five, Laura, for that. High five, Laura. There you go. Two hands on that. Two hands on that. There's Kathy Mila. I'm releasing the need to control others. Sugar. Emotional eating. Thank you for your truth. My resistance to being the matriarch of my family. I hear you loud and clear on that. I'm trying on those shoes right now and seeing how they feel. I'm getting on my footing. Right now, I just have on flat shoes and sneakers, but I got to see if I can walk in a wedge too, The story of not being good enough. Okay, we're with you on that. Mm-hmm. You are not alone. Can we all unmic and say that together? I am not alone. I am not
I am
alone.
I am not
alone.
alone.
I am
I am
not
not
alone.
alone.
We are with you. I got those goosebumps going down each one of my arms. The story of not good enough. Anybody else have goosebumps on that? Oh gosh, let's see. Let's see if we got some more. Breaking through fear of self-judgment. That inner critic, man, that inner critic. We got to take her or him out lovingly and say, okay, inner critic, you and I are making friends, and we are going to transform and transcend together as we step into 2023. I see you, self-critic. You are trying to keep me safe. Yet I've got to release you so that I can step into my most empowered self in 2023. So as we all together are in this process of I surrender, I release, I quit, I let go. I surrender, I release, I quit, and I let go of anything that no longer serves me. And just take that into your heart. I am willing to release anything in my awareness or not in my awareness, anything that holds me back from my highest and best self. Breathe that in. Now is my time. I know you've been a part of me, and I honor that. But I have grown because of you, and now I'm moving forward and choosing to release, surrender, quit, and let go of you. That part, I'm transcending with you into 2023. I'm transcending that beautiful journey. I've got my suitcase. I've got 2 bags I'm taking with me. I don't have a lot of room in there. I got a lot of things I do want to pack and take on the journey with me for the 365 days in 2023. And I need to take my favorite things. I need to take the things that I love the most. And I want to get a few new things. I want to add a couple new things into that suitcase. And so I love this. I kiss goodbye. So thank you. Thank you. I know you were keeping me safe. And now, with love and grace and excitement, I am creating the next level identity and version of myself. Can you feel that? Can you feel that in your heart? Can you feel that in your being? Can you feel that in your truth? Can you feel that in your core, the base of your spine? Your conscious mind and your subconscious mind communicating back and forth. Now, the subconscious mind, that's a big storage unit. If you've ever moved and packed all your stuff up in the storage unit, you don't even know what's in there. And now we want to go in there and we want to dust off the cobwebs in there and say, okay, subconscious mind, I want to plant seeds of growing in my garden of my life, beautiful flowers and everything that is vibrant and thriving in my garden, in my mind, in my subconscious mind. And I know you're back there. And I know you feed my conscious mind. So now that I know, I release and surrender and let go, that this week be that process. that you think about and you gently hold the transition. We don't do anything with force. We don't do anything that has like a heavy energy to it. It's a soft energy. It's an invitation energy. So now we're syncing up our heart with our subconscious mind and our conscious mind. And all of our cells are communicating. So we're having a visceral experience right now. It's literally that we are getting ready to take a tattoo, but not the kind of tattoo. I did always want a tattoo. I never got one. I almost got one, but I didn't quite get one. But now what I know to be true is that I can tattoo with the power of intention. I can tattoo through reverse engineering, this framework, this process that I created a decade ago that we're going to be doing here in just a few minutes. And I get to tattoo my brain. I get to tattoo in the DNA of my cells. I get to live it and breathe it, what I'm bringing in, and the excitement and the anticipation. The reason why we get so excited about New Year's, because we've been conditioned. Here we are. We have a brand new year. We all have the same amount of time, and time is our most valuable asset. We can't even put a price tag on the value of another year. We have the greatest gift bestowed upon us right now. And that is the gift of the coming year. And we get to take a journey. It's like somebody just gave you a ticket around the world. They said, okay, here you go. Here's a free ticket around the world. You get to travel where you want to go. We get to take that journey in our mind, and we get to take that journey each month, and we get to create it. We get to decide right now. We don't have the doubt and the imposter syndrome and the fear on 2023. 2023 is unwritten. It's a blank, clean slate. It's a canvas. And we have all been appointed as the artist of our lives. We get to paint it. We get to color it. We get to draw it. That's why we go in light and optimistic. But energy is all there is. We are energetic beings, and our thoughts create a vibration, and they become the magnet to the dreams and desires and goals and intentions for the story that we're creating, for the life that we are creating, for the relationships that we are creating, for the health and well-being that we are creating, for the prosperity and abundance that we are creating, and the business that we are creating. We bring the energy to it right now. So the purification process that we're going through this week, I release, I surrender, I quit, I let go. It's okay to quit. It's okay to quit the things that you want to quit. Quit complaining. That's cool. Quit that. Yeah. All day long. I quit. I quit on complaining. I quit. I quit on playing small. That's okay. And let go. Now, I mentioned reverse engineering. We're talking about the conscious mind, the subconscious mind. We're talking about our heart. Our heart has a frequency. It has a vibration. It's where our emotions live. We got a lot of emotions. And emotions are powerful. They're powerful to the positive, and they're powerful to the negative, our emotions. They're the captain of the jet, of the ship. They're the bus driver. They're driving the limousine that we're in. Our emotions, when we're taking the wheel, we're driving and we're going wherever we're going. We're driving to Miami, we're driving to New York City, we're driving to San Diego. The emotions are driving the wheel. So the reverse engineer system, this formula, combines our feelings, combines our emotions, combines our heart coherence, combines physics and neuroplasticity and our neurons and our neural pathways and our serotonin and our dopamine, which is feel-good chemicals. It combines it all so that you can have a visceral experience in your body as if it has already happened, because the subconscious mind doesn't know if something is real or if something is imagined. So we were given the gift, and we're really good at it when we were kids, of accessing our imagination and play and pretending. We never lost that gift. That gift was given to each one of us. It just gets a little watered down over time. But we're inviting that back in. We're inviting it in right now. We're inviting in our intuition. We're inviting in our imagination. We're inviting in our creativity. We're inviting in our passion. We're inviting in our mission, our purpose. We're inviting in our self-worth. And now amp that up. Whatever level you just invited in your self-worth, put a higher price tag on it. It's you, your self-worth. You are infinite in value. We're inviting in deep self-respect. Deep, deep, deep self-respect. We're going to hold ourselves at the highest level, like the most valuable diamond in the world. That's you. You are the brightest light. You are the greatest gift. So here we have a gift, you, each and every one of you, the greatest gift in the world. This like chokes me up every time. The greatest gift in the world. And now we get to pair it up with the greatest gift of the world. This blank, clean slate for a whole new year. These two incredible gifts. Talking about Christmas, whoa, did we score. We got the greatest holiday gift of all time. And we get to merge them together. We get to merge them together. And then we get to step. Here is the $1 million secret, is we get to go forward to the end of 2023 as if it has already happened, because time doesn't really exist the way we think it does. Time is limitless, boundless. Now, not according to our calendars and our watch, like, not according to that, but according to the infinite universe, where all the creativity exists anyway. In the quantum field, it doesn't exist. So because the mind doesn't know if something is real or imagined, we are teaching at a cellular level who we are becoming. We are creating our identity. One day, one moment at a time. Each and every day, we are creating our identity. Literally, we wake up and we turn on the lights or else it's dark. We get to turn on our light and say, okay, I see you. Wow. A new day, a new year, a new you. We get to do this. We get to be our own Picasso. We're all Picassos. Okay, in the comment section, I want all of you to write Picasso. Picasso. You are the Picasso of your life. You are the Michelangelo of your life. You get to create you. You get to become you. Deshaun is saying Picasso. I am the Picasso of my life. Donna, I am Picasso. Brian, I am Picasso and Michelangelo. I am Picasso. I am Picasso. I have this gift. It wasn't bestowed just to one of us. It's been bestowed to all of us. Lenore, I am Picasso, the infinite creator. How does that feel? That you are the creator, that you get to create the ultimate masterpiece. And that masterpiece is you. It's right here. And now we are given a beautiful piece of land to build the most beautiful building. If we're an architect, we're going to build it gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Lenore's Peter Max. Yeah. Throw in Peter Max. Burrito, throw them out there. We get to decide. We get to decide what colors, the vibrancy. We want to call forth the vivid vision of our actualized best life. Actualized. We want to see it with all of our senses as if it has already happened. Now, we are the CEOs of our lives. You're the CEO. What is the CEO? What does the CEO do? Well, the CEO is in charge, right? The CEO is in charge. The CEO doesn't sit like this. I mean, the CEO sits like this, right? The CEO has a great pen, right? What else does the CEO have? Right? The CEO, you're all CEOs. We're all CEOs. How does that feel? They forgot to tell us this in kindergarten. They forgot to whisper in all the kids' ears, you're the CEO of your life. Forgot to tell them, that's okay. We got now. We got now. We can tell ourselves, we can stand in front of the mirror and go, there you are. I'm so proud of you. I see you. I see you. That's a wow. And then we also say, I like you. Let's just pause there for a second with I like you. I'm just going with I like first. I'm stopping there. I like you. I respect you. Respect is really important. I respect you. I trust you. I trust you. I know you care about me. I know you do. And I know you're looking out for me. I love your heart. I love your heart. I know who you are. I know you're a leader. I know you're a leader. I know you have gifts inside of you. And wherever you've been, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's who you are right now. And when we give ourselves, and this week in particular, give yourself the pep talk of all pep talks. Now, first time I heard about this talking to yourself in the mirror thing had to do with Louise Hay. And I had the great honor when I launched my first book to have Lenore was in the book. There she is. And to actually have her, Louise Hay, standing right next to my book, her arm right around me like this. Louise Hay, the person, my mentor, that shared with me this mirror exercise, that created Hay House Publishing, who started in her 50s, hugging me and I'm hugging her. That mirror work, she started in her living room at 50, passing around a little mirror, telling people to look at themselves and say, I love you. You created a ginormous brand of which many of the spiritual leaders from around the world are part of that. Like, you created that by starting with a mirror in your 50s. Okay. I think I can do that too. Success leaves clues. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We can get in front of the mirror and say, I see you, especially this week, especially. And see beyond all the stuff. Like, see beyond the, oh my goodness, I have no makeup on. My hair looks schleppy. Like, see beyond all the stuff and see your soul. Connect with your soul. Connect with your higher self, because the other part plays a trick on us. We know that part, the ego, edging God out, whatever, whatever your belief is around, like the ego tries to play a trick. So you have to one up and say, I'm unstoppable. I'm fierce. So I can see my ego in there and I can say, we're friends. I know you exist because I'm having a human experience. So I know that involves having the ego. So you and I got to be friends and walk this journey together. So I'm going to tell you, I need to have a talk with you, that I am the CEO of my life. You're just along for the ride. You're not in charge. You don't sit on my board of directors. You're not on the board of directors. No. You can come in for a meeting here and there, and I'm going to love myself. And I'm going to see the potential and the limitlessness and the creativity and the abundance that's inside of me. So as we reverse engineer, we're reverse engineering our identity. And for us to step into the next level of our lives and our business, we are creating it from the inside out. So as we're talking to ourselves, because that's what we're doing with our thoughts, and that's what we're doing when we're writing, and that's what we're doing when we're speaking. So as we are seeing backwards, it's December 31st, 2023. And I am so proud of me. Can you unmic and join me? I am so proud of me.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of me.
It is December 31st, 2023, and I am so proud of me.
I am so proud of you.
I am so proud of me.
And I'm so proud of me.
Proud of me. Woohoo!
Woo-hoo! How does that feel?
Good, real.
We get to do this. We don't have to do it. We have the privilege and the honor to be able to do this because it's very humbling. It comes from a deep sacred place. I'm going to cry again. Deep sacred place. My dad, who passed when I was 27, we lived in different states. We moved a few times. So I only lived in Baltimore, where he was, for my first 13 years. And then after that, I lived in Georgia, I lived in Rhode Island, I lived in Florida. So we communicated often back in the day through letters. Remember that? And he would write me letters. And he always signed his letters by saying, I am proud of you. That message somehow, when I've been in my darkest places, those words, I'm proud of you, have been the strength, the bravery, the resilience, the determination, the not giving up. We can say that to ourselves. And as often as we can, that we see the good. We say see the good in others. We have to see the good in ourselves first. It's not coming from a place of arrogance, because we get a little confused. Is that like, we're not supposed to be totally selfless? When we see and acknowledge the good inside of us, the good inside of us expands. And by the way, overflows, because everything is connected. So when one person humbly, beautifully honors themselves, we're giving permission to other people around us to honor themselves and to be proud of themselves and to love themselves. And we have this beautiful voice that we can speak to ourselves that was designed just for us. We can listen to motivational videos all day long, and they're great. They get us started. The word is started. They're like a fire starter. It's up to us to keep the fire going. We have to keep putting the coals in the fire. We have to keep reminding ourselves. We have to be plugged in. This is so important. There isn't anyone that has made it like to all these different levels, you know, that you see without having the people around them, or having the inside of them, or having that connection and read spiritual text or the Bible. To have all of that, to have that as a resource, we have to source, divinity, God, the universe, source. We need to re-up on the source. These things are all messages around us to the truth of who we are. If we can think the thought, now here's the tricky part, not just think the thought. We can think the thought, but we have to believe the thought. We have to think the thought. We're the CEO of our business. I have a 6-figure year business. I've left my corporate position and I've launched, and I have a website. I'm working with amazing clients. I'm bringing in $3,000 a month. I'm bringing in $10,000. We have to see it, and we have to believe it. This is tricky. Here, the believing part. So we have to lean into it so we can find proof sources. So we first have, that's why the dollar, you see at the restaurants, the dollar, like you have to say, I remember the first time, by the way, I made $100 as a coach. You would have thought it was $1 million. I was like, oh my God, I'm so used to like corporate, a deposit that comes in from corporate. And so we're training ourselves. So it's a muscle. So when we reverse engineer the end of the year, and if we go too big, where our belief system says it's bogus, I see me on the yacht with the $10 million house. I see it. How much do you believe it? Do you believe it like 3%? Like how much do you believe it? So we are playing with the seeing it. And then we have to have wins. We have to have wins along the way because we need it as a proof source. See, it happened. So if that happened, then I might be able to amp up to the next level my identity. So whatever you're taking from 2022, your wins, share a win in the comment section. Share a win. Share a win. Now, for years, I had wanted to launch a co-author book and become a best-selling author. I've written other books. You see books back there. But I didn't have it as memory in my cells. But then if you're around somebody else, and I partnered with somebody who was a best-selling author multiple times, and by doing that, and then growing my skill set, so now I understand the process, how to do that, how to replicate that. And then it became like now my belief system, right? So, okay, that can happen. So whatever your ideas are for 2023 that we're going to step into in just a moment, it is seeing it with vivid detail. And that includes all of your senses. Seeing is just one of your senses. Smelling it. Smelling. What about your memory? You remembered, you remember your grandma's apple pie. Smelling. Being in a lavender field. Smelling. Hearing. A song. Music. Tasting. What you were eating. Meals. So it combines all of your senses. That's how we create. By the way, whenever you have an experience and all of your senses are activated, it's imprinted as a memory. It imprints as a memory. So we can imprint as a memory the outcome before it happens by bringing in all of our senses, seeing it, feeling it. Oh, feeling it. I was in Iceland and I had this really cozy, warm jacket on. And then all of a sudden we're in Iceland and we are wearing the fuzzy jacket. We actually have the fuzzy jacket. And then believing it. And believing it. Now here's a caveat that I want to throw in. That we overestimate what we can do on the short term and we underestimate what we can do in the long term. So we want to be teaching our subconscious mind that which we want to create, that we do it. It's a start, it's a middle, and it's a finish. And when you're looking at your 1 year, that it's stretched, but not so stretched that would be better suited as a 5-year reverse engineer. Now, not to say that something can't be sped up, because it can. Early on, I was nicknamed the super fast results coach. That was my nickname. Many, many years, the super fast results coach. So I love things that are fast. I love it. But the things that that somehow that you got to look at the season of your life and a lot of the different aspects of where you are to where you want to go. So we're going to go forward to 2023. Now, 1 hour we knew was going to go really, really quickly. And I want to share with you that I am going to, for 4 months, January, February, March, and April, have this mastermind on the first Friday of the month to reverse engineer, because we're looking at the whole big year, but to break it down, to chunk it down to each month. It's at 12 o'clock noon, and I'll share more details before we close today. But for 4 months, for the whole quarter, to reverse engineer. I have used this process with me, myself, and with over 1,000 people. And I have thousands, if not tens of thousands of recordings that I have made either for someone, a client, for someone, or for myself. And the documentation and the research for the last 10 plus years. And I'm really excited that I will be publishing that data. For now, I know many of you probably have experienced this with me. Many of you have. I see your Donna, who I know for 10 years, and Lenore, who I know for 10 years. And I think it was maybe April, you were saying you were listening to the recording. So we are recording on the replay. So you'll be able to listen to this replay. I will send this replay out to you. But so I'm going to invite you right now, because now we're going to go through the process. To get yourself, you want to get yourself in a state. So you want to get like loose. You want to get loose. Because you want to call in 100% of you right now. So now we're going to begin. And we're going to begin with the end of 2022. It is December 31st, 2022, and I released, I surrendered, I quit, and I let go of the things that weren't serving me, to clear space to step in to 2023. And I felt lighter. It was an important part of the process to complete that 365-day cycle. I felt so good about that. I was proud of myself. I looked at myself that whole last week in the mirror and I said, I see you, I respect you, I'm proud of you, and I love you. One second there. I just got someone, I need to mute. So if someone has an open mic, if you could, give me 1 second and I'll be able to do it. Let's see. Okay, I think I have mute. Okay, perfect. Okay, so back to the mirror. I release, I surrender, I quit, I let go. I am proud of you. I respect you. I see you. I love you. I am proud of you. So that is a very short reverse engineer that takes in the physics, the neuroplasticity, the brain chemicals, the dopamine, the serotonin, the whole process. Now we're going to go further. So you can see that was very short. Now we're going to go forward over 12 months. So I'm holding this because when we hold something, we anchor the energy into it. Martine, I'm glad you're grabbing your Best Life Planner. Anybody that wants a copy, just send me a note and I'll make sure to get you your copy. So you're going to put the energy in this. And we're going to go forward to December 31st, 2023. And this has been a really big year for you. You stepped into the new year as a new version of yourself. You stepped in to your new identity, that self-image. You saw it in advance. And so many amazing, incredible things happened for you over this last year. Was it always easy? It wasn't. There were challenges. There were setbacks. Yet you were brave. And you were resilient. And you had tools. And you were connected with an amazing community. And you got to really go deep with yourself. You were aware of your energy. You asked yourself the questions each and every day. On a 1 to 10, how do I feel? So you knew very quickly when you were feeling like a 3, knowing everything is vibration and energy. And what do I need to do to get it to be a 4, to get it to be at a 5? And so here it is. For most of the year, you were at a 7, an 8, a 9, touching on a 10. You had so many breakthroughs that happened. There was fear and there was discomfort, and you felt the fear and you transcended it. You transmuted it. You're so proud of yourself for the progress that you have made in your life. You are so proud of how you always took the upper road in relationships. You applied the principle, forgive everybody of everything, because everybody is doing the very best that they can. You didn't allow other people to rent space in your head. You used the I release, I surrender, I quit, I let go throughout the year. And you felt this ease. And you did beautiful things for yourself. You focused on your exercise and self-care and eating healthy and hydrating and taking your supplements and doing the things, taking charge and being proactive with your health as your foundation, because you are worthy and valuable and precious, so precious. You have honored that. Your relationships have grown. You feel connected, seen and heard and valued and respected. You've built a beautiful business. Yes, you've focused on impact and making a difference in your mission, your values, your principles. You've focused on those things, but you also stepped into your monetization and building revenue and monetizing your passion, your purpose in multiple ways, multiple sources of income. You feel empowered. You can breathe. And you are celebrating this year. You are celebrating. You are so appreciative. You are so grateful. And you get to do it all over again. And your mind and your body and your spirit and your heart and your mind, you're in alignment. You're in alignment with your higher truth. You're in alignment with being the CEO of you and your life. And it's fun, it's whimsical, and sometimes unpredictable, and also sometimes very focused and organized. And so it is spoken. And when two or more are gathered, and so it is. And so I want to invite you all to come back here together. I'm always so humbled by this practice, truly. It has created so many miracles and blessings in my life. And I know it will for you as well. So we will be meeting in 2023, if you so choose. It's mastermind. It's 4 months. It's $297. Just let me know on the backside you're enrolled. And we're creating this amazing year together. This amazing, phenomenal year with amazing, phenomenal you. You are all extraordinary. So I want to open it up. Comments, questions, shares.
What are the dates? What are the dates again? The first Friday?
I am going to give you the dates. January 6th, February 3rd, March 3rd, April 7th, 12 o'clock on Fridays. Now I know stuff comes up, but here's the deal. First, they'll be recorded. And second is that the greatest thing that we can do is to get up to that 30,000 foot view and be a great journey to be together with all of you. Anybody else have a comment, question? I don't have you all on one screen, so I have to move back. Donna, anything you want to share, Kathy?
Thank you, Wendy. That was so powerful. I mean, I could feel the emotions. I was getting goosebumps this time.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, Wendi. Every time that we do this together, it's so powerful, and I feel like I get all teary-eyed just feeling all the emotions in the depth of it, and hearing your voice. It's so powerful to really put it all into action now. And continue, because I've been doing this work with you since we started coaching over the summer again.